how to get ready for a surf trip super fast. So let's say that you have 1 week before you get going on your surf trip, you've let your fitness kind of slip, you're a little bit worried, and you're like, okay, how can I get in shape fast? You may be thinking to yourself, okay, maybe I'll go swim laps in the pool. That's a mistake. Maybe you're thinking you should start jogging and doing push-ups. Another big mistake. You want to do paddle simulation training, but you want to simulate kind of a hardcore surf trip before the surf trip. So when you go, if you've ever been on a week-long surf trip, you know, destination surfing, you surf twice a day for 7 days straight. Well, in the beginning, you kind of get tired fast. You're like, wow, I haven't used these muscles this hard for a while. The next couple of days, you're sore. You fight through it, start getting a little bit better. You fight through the soreness, and by the end of the trip, right before you're ready to leave, you start feeling like you're getting it back, and then you got to go home, and then it's too late. So we're going to simulate that actually. So we're going to do the sore part before we get take off on the trip, and then we'll add a recovery stage at the end, and then so you'll be at that, okay, I'm finally getting it backstage the day you land in or ready for your surf trip. So that's just going to mean you don't have to go through that soreness stage. You can just surf harder for do 2 days, 3 days for a week, and be killing it and make the most of those expensive surf trips. So that's what we're going to do here. It's important to note the best way to get ready for a surf trip is to stay ready year round, so you don't have to do this, but I know life happens, this kind of stuff. So this is the 7-day workout plan, getting ready for a surf trip fast. All right, to rock this, we're gonna be doing high repetition paddle simulation. So you need to block out a fair amount of time to do this, but the results are gonna be great. So if, for example, you were thinking about swimming laps in the pool, think about this. You gotta drive to the swimming pool, get changed, do your workout, get changed, drive home. For this amount of time, you're getting this amount of work. That's why I've always been saying that convenience is king, because if you wanna make the most of your time, especially if you're short on time, so especially with the surf trip coming up quickly, you need to get in shape fast, you gotta maximize your amount of time. So we're gonna be working at home, we're gonna be using all of our time, and we're gonna get a max reps in there. So for high reps, I sometimes call this Netflix and paddle just because it's best, because it's monotonous, super monotonous, but it's gotta be done. So throw on a movie, something to keep you entertained, or a podcast, doesn't matter, whatever you're into, just something to keep your mind occupied because you're gonna be here for a while. I recommend doing this for 1 hour. So we're gonna be doing 50% reps. So whatever your max reps are, you don't wanna go to that point, you wanna do half and then rest. And then do it over and over. So 50% of your reps, rest. 50% of your reps, rest. So you don't want to just push yourself right to the end. You want to take full rest. So about 60 seconds, I would say. It'll depend on the person, but you'll know when you're recovered. I recommend using this ball because if you've let yourself get out of shape, I'd bet anything that you also have an inverted breathing pattern. So if you want to put your diaphragm on this while you're paddling, so you get those conscious belly breaths, so you're taking full lungs of air. That'll go miles more when you get out in the ocean because you want to be getting as much oxygen as possible. If you're only working on your muscles and you're taking half a lung of oxygen, you're not really helping yourself that much. So these aren't 100% necessary. They help with posture a little bit too, but it's nice. It's a nice to have. So it's super, super simple. So for this workout here with the ball, I hook the bands here on the middle hinge. It's the only time I use the middle hinge. It's either the top for standing paddle strength or the bottom for other ones, but I'll show you. So you just lay on the ball and you get them to where they're just a little bit slack here. Posture up and then just paddle. Watching Netflix, chilling, see it, and I get to where I'm not even exhausted, and then I rest. And then do it again. And I'm talking about doing that for an hour. So for day one, that's gonna take you an hour. You're gonna get so many reps. You'll get hundreds, maybe thousands. So depending on your rest and depending on your rep range, right? So that's day one. Day two, you'll be like, okay, I'm a little bit sore. You have to push through the soreness, you have to. Short on time, you gotta push through the soreness, just like we're simulating what would happen on a surf trip. So push through the soreness. And then day three is gonna be a little bit different. We'll do something called greasing the groove. So that's doing the paddle motion, but instead of doing full rest, it's an active rest, right? So you don't need the ball. You can just do paddle strokes, standing, and just do like 5 or 10 5 or 6 times a day throughout the day. So you're getting that blood pumping through those muscles, and it's active recovery. So it's gonna minimize that soreness as we get a little bit farther. Day 4, go full again, the monotony, throw on some Netflix, and that's it. So we're doing 3 hardcore days, 1 active recovery day, and then you can do another active recovery day after that. The 2 days, so the day before you leave and the day of travel are full rest days. So you have all that soreness, 2 full rest days. So when you land and you got your board, you head to the ocean, you're fully recovered from the soreness, and you'll be that much better for your surf trip. So it's super, super valuable. First of all, you need these paddle bands and a little bit of know-how. So if you want these bands and you got a surf trip coming up and you want to get ready fast, or you just want to change the game and start getting back in shape as quickly as possible, DM me and I'll send you these bands for free along with the paddle strength system so you can rock it and catch more waves and have more fun. Talk to you soon.